Welcome to Direbird Adventuring Company. It's Tuesday night, so that's of course our Esper Genesis game. I'll be your GM for the evening, Jason, and joining me is Sarah playing Kat, Eric playing Adrian, and hopefully our other two players will show up shortly.
If not, well, blood for the blood gods.
Well, you know, I've got Armando's sheet. I'm not sure if I've got a functioning sheet for Hull or not. I think he's got most of it programmed in.
Blood for the blood gods. It'll be fine.
Alright, who wants to give the review? Who remembers what happened last time?
We done goofed.
I mean, the map's up. You can look at that to remind yourselves of how it ended, at least.
There was a lot of shenanigans of people looking for stuff. We found stuff. Adrian reenacted Space Odyssey. And then Party Sans Adrian got jumped by two Spec Ops squads, effectively.
Shadow Technocracy and them other guys.
Whoever those other guys might be.
A lot of Prometheans amongst them.
A lot of Prometheans, but they are not wearing any sort of military insignia or anything else that would identify them as being part of a particular organization.
Okay.
Probably just, random heavily armed folks wandering around.
Yeah, you get a lot of those. I'm sure that's exactly what it is.
Sure. I want to figure out where you got your mask. It's fun.
Yep, and then they just got interrupted rudely by the other group attacking us.
Well, they saw the other group with freaky weapons and powers, so
Gotta get in on that recognition,
Well, they felt the need to start just like a turf war.
Mm-hmm.
And we happened to be the turf.
And I think they may have said something about taking their prime target alive or some such. I forget exactly.
Something like that.
But I'm not sure if y'all knew who their prime target was.
Whichever one of us is left alive at the end of this.
Yeah.
See, now that sounds like the sort of thing a GM would do when the story had not gone the way they expected. Well, I planned on this player being the chosen one, but he's dead now, so congratulations, you're the chosen one.
Yeah.
I kind of had a game like that.
The crux of all DMs, think on your feet. Because you never know what your players are going to do.
But the game I kind of had that happen in, I had it was a new player, so he'll be this descendant of something important. Mm-hmm. But he won't be the only one. I'm going to have one of my more reliable players as my backup. And sure enough, that kid ended up dropping out. So. Alright. So we ended in the middle of a combat. Shadow Technocracy on one side. We're just going to call them miscellaneous mercenaries on the other until you identify who they are. Y'all were sandwiched between them. Adrian threw Yanni, who is not a familiar, but I can't ever remember what term it is, so basically it's familiar. Had turned everyone invisible, and Armando had immediately broken it on himself by attacking somebody.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Let's see. I think I put little ninjas on everybody. That was still.
I put a ninja on myself. The Hall is also still invisible.
Okay.
And Yanni's just always invisible.
Yanni's being Yanni. By the way, you amused the tarnation out of me yesterday. Sarah.
Like, it can't face through a wall? This familiar's bullshit.
Yeah. Got a pixie confused with Yanni. I'm like, this isn't Tuesday. You don't have Yanni.
Very disappointed in Axel. Gonna teach him how to do that.
Look, it's the future. They've upgraded familiars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and throw a ninja on Hull so I remember that. Alright, so we were at the top of the order, which was the mercenaries. They were exchanging fire with 3 of the samurai-ish guys. What do they call those? Shadow Kick
guys.
Samurai.
Seems legit.
Because everybody on that side was one of those except for the Shadow Technocrat.
Yep.
Who, truthfully, only Hull recognized on sight what he was.
Imagine Cat and Arm Hunter were just like, yeah, this guy looks like really like he wants to kill somebody.
And his facial gear looks like he went to the same costume shop that our 2 Prometheans went to.
Everyone needs a good mask.
Yep.
Or 10, 20.
Something like that.
I think we may have a Hull shortly because he popped up in roll 20.
You guys can't see it, but on the stream I've just put up the picture of the Technocrat because it's really neat looking. They got some nice art in the Esper Genesis book.
Mm-hmm.
That is a nice helmet.
Mm-hmm. Got a glowing, own symbol or on off symbol or something.
When Neo's unconscious, it just turns off. It's very handy.
That would be awesome. All right.
So what I'm hearing is we need to steal their stuff.
Well,
Let's just work on getting alive. Getting out alive.
And as the Shadow Technocracy, he may not have a face under there. You're not sure what they do to themselves.
And also, I'm here.
Ah, we have a hole.
We do have a Hull.
All right. Well, you haven't missed anything. We've just done we got started a couple minutes late. Just did the review.
All right.
So we're at the top of the order with the mercenaries exchanging fire with these samurai. Did I move the civilians at the end of last round?
No, you did not.
All right, let me move those right quick. Let's see. This family runs away from the mercenaries who don't pay them the least bit of attention. Those disappear. Those disappear. I think this guy's going to abandon his kiosk.
Probably would be for the best.
Let's see, this family's close enough to have heard the samurais talk about not leaving any witnesses, so they're going to book it.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah.
Let's see, way over on the far end. Well, y'all have kind of lucked out. There's not a lot of people... Not a whole lot of people going to be caught in the crossfire here. Other than you.
Crossfire.
Alright. So these troops advance. Shooting at these samurai. And you see one or two of them get a good hit in. Check and make sure they're not immune to anything hinky. No. Alright. So yeah, the front 2 samurai clearly take some damage. Then it's the samurai's go. Let's see. Did I give the mercs their health yet? No. Alright, so they've got... Alright. Alright, so there's an exchanging of... At this range, you see swords start flashing. None of the mercs go down the first round.
From the invisible, like, corner. Fight, 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 fight. Guy said something about your mama.
But all the mercs in the front line have clearly taken damage. Those swords seem to be carving through their armor pretty good. And then we had a samurai on Aramanto, who would like to be temporarily given control of Aramanto's character.
He said he'd be home in 15 minutes, according to chat. I will temporarily run the sheet.
Alright.
He also said in chat kind of what he wanted to do if he didn't make it home in time.
Alright, you should have control of the sheet now. And I bring this up because this samurai here is going to take a swing at Aramanto.
Okay, never mind. He has it on. Okay, yeah.
What was that?
I was trying to figure out what hit points he was at.
Oh, 109, not 160. Oops. Alright. I believe he gets... Oh, he gets 3 plasma long blade attacks. Very nice.
Just trying to find his resistances. Pretty much what, everything except forged weapons?
And the samurai's armaments count as forged weapons.
Well...
Though we had established that last time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't give me someone's character and then kill them.
Alright, well, let's see. His lowest roll was a 16 on the dice.
Okay.
So that's a 16... That's a 22 total. Is that going to be a hit?
Why you give me someone's character sheet and then do like 3 hits on him? Because AC 18.
Alright, so that one's a hit. And the other 2 are natural 20s.
Why are we killing Aramanto's character without him here?
Because fate is fickle?
Yeah, fate is a bitch.
Alright. How many HP is old Aramanto sitting at?
1 second, I was putting something in the chat. Fit a 3?
2 crits, that might outright kill.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, you have to do what? Double the like max hit points.
I think so, yes.
It would have
max.
to take him 100 below 0 because he has 100 HP. He's just currently at 53 from last week.
Well, you know, it's 5E, so you don't go into negatives. You just stop at 0 and start doing the checks. I think if they double it's either if they do their full in one lick or one round or double in one round, then I think maybe like an auto death thing.
Yeah, it's double in one attack action.
Somebody may be carrying him away from this fight, but
Yeah.
Dragging.
alright. Alright, I got totally distracted by that. Where was the...
Happens to all of us.
Yep.
I have so many things on so many screens. Hang on a second. And I seem to have lost my Twitch chat.
Oh.
Oh, and somebody's been on there. Hello, Bubba. Alright. So, those swords of OP do what?
A lot.
Yes. Oh yes, I was going to use the. I had said in the last round or so that I was going to start using the averages just to keep stuff going. All right, so that first hit will be, let's see, 7 regular damage plus the 18 fire.
Well, okay.
So 25 total
For the first one.
for the first one.
Okay.
And I guess
That
would
was
be
the non-crit.
yes, and then the crits
Okay.
double, so it's going to be 50 and 50.
Okay, so he's down, but not dead. No, not an X, man.
Well, the X is good and noticeable though. Everything else is just a little something in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll check in.
Truthfully, they need more things like the X that kind of goes over the entire miniature.
It's like a skull or something.
Yeah. I should look and see if they've got custom template stuff. Alright. Now it is... Oh, wait. There's also... Okay, there was a samurai on Aramanto. Oh, not Aramanto. Hull. Now, Patrick, you were still invisible, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. In fact, everybody's pretty well invisible right now except for
Except for Armanto.
Armanto. So this one is going to run through Patrick, or try to. Patrick, give me a Dex save. Okay. You manage to sidestep out of his way so he doesn't bump into you and figure out where you're at. 30. He gets there and takes a shot at one of these frontline guys.
Just like hoping the other guys move.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a crit, but it was awful close. The dice may not be on y'all's side tonight. Well, I say this is bad guys shooting bad guys. Alright, so that does 18 to him. So yeah, that frontline troop ain't looking good at all. And then, Kat, it is your turn. You have just seen one of your boys go down.
Realize is invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Going to kind of move over. Second, I'm getting measurement stick. She is going to move up towards here. Quietly. And once she doesn't have any more movement, but she's hoping the other guys will move and they can drag Aramanto back towards the exit.
Okay.
Also on her comm, she's like, how far are you out? Aramanto's down. Can you obfuscate an unconscious body?
I don't think the conscious or unconscious make a difference.
Me checking my sheet just to make sure.
And I'm like, you know.
a creature I touched.
Yeah, he's still
Still
alive.
technically a creature.
You know, once he's dead, he'd probably just become an object. But
Potentially.
you know, then he's the creature formerly known as Armata. All right, so basically you move there and are like holding your action essentially.
Yeah, and speaking of the creature formerly known as Armanto,
He would have wanted.
I think he dropped in.
Did he? I see his name, but I do not hear him.
Yeah.
He's on mobile, so.
Oh, okay. He may just be listening in then. Like some kind of voyeur.
Excuse you.
There.
He lives.
For now.
You're KO'd, by the way.
Yes, I know. Sarah gave me
Okay.
the play-by-play.
Alright.
What happened? I killed your character. I get your character sheet. Within 5 seconds, I have killed him.
It's like
Did you though?
it's like two ends of the spectrum. If I gave it to Eric, Eric would have broken the character. If I gave it to Sarah, Sarah just straight up kills my character.
She doesn't
There's
mess
nothing
around.
I can do here.
So what I'm hearing is you want to give me control of your character at some point and watch people cry.
I'm here, so I don't need to.
Can do all the crying on our own, thank you.
I'm here and I see the X and I'm just like, yep, this is what he would have wanted.
Yeah, you're the one that went to go attack things.
It's what he would have done.
Yeah,
I'm on
I
Zoom, by
know.
the way.
You're going
All
to
right, hang on just a
obfuscate your
second.
body
Ah, there he is.
and try to drag it away.
It doesn't mean that Adrian can't be doing some serious face palming right now, though.
By all means, facepalm away.
Oh, he
Adrian
is.
back on the ship, just like,
That's not what I had in mind. At all.
No,
I look
it's-
rough as shit. I just got off work. I don't care. Let's do this.
That's okay.
It's-
It just matches your character at the moment.
Yes.
It's more of Adrian has hit the point of, you dumb motherfucker.
did you just, and then you just got knocked out. Okay.
There will be words.
All right, but next up is Hull.
Okay. Let me double check something here.
I was like, can you stabilize without breaking obfuscation?
I think
I'd
we
have-
had discussed last time that triggering a power broke off obfuscation.
Yes.
Using any talent or attacking in any
Mhm.
way.
Yeah.
releases obfuscation. I need to be, I think, one level higher to get greater obfuscation.
Or using this as cover, because seeing how they're all nicely clumped up here,
Are you going to break obfuscation too?
we're gonna have to try to get Aramonto out of there.
Not really. Dragging isn't real. Well,
They're
It's
going
not.
to see, why is that body moving?
well, no, because on his next turn, we'll just have Yanni / Adrian obfuscate the body.
Could you obfuscate me again? While you obfuscate the body.
Well, he gets multiple targets with it, so
hmm
Yes, however, I would also have to release concentration on the current obfuscation, too, in order to do that.
so you're
Have to
basically
wait.
gonna have to be re-obfuscating everybody anyway.
Yeah, so there would be a moment of probably y'all flickering in and then back out again.
Because this is an opportunity that I think we might be able to at least give them some distraction.
They're being their own distraction. They're beating the shit out of each other.
What are you about to do to him, Patrick?
I was thinking about dropping a plasma orb on them.
Oh shit.
It's been a few sessions since you used one of those.
only bringing this up because they're all clumped together.
Yeah, that is an awful lot of them all together. You make a fair point there. Alright, plasma orb.
And
Now, is that the one that sits there for a while?
Yes. Let me look at the power. Launching micro drone which flies to the point you choose and unleashes a 20-foot radius sphere of crackling energy. The sphere is amazed for duration. Each creature within the sphere, when it appears in its turn, must concede a concentration roll or take 2d6 radiant damage. Until the effect ends, you can use a bonus action on your turn to launch lightning sphere to a target within 60 feet.
Alright. So where is your 20-foot radius going to be centered?
Right here. Actually, put it more like right about here. This way we're getting most of them and not getting any of the people nearby.
Okay.
Naramonto went down. Normally I would just say, hey, let's just try to snake out. But at this stage, we're going to have to engage it before we get out of here.
Alright, so
Do we?
that's 10
Do
feet.
we really?
So that's 20.
That's actually 15.
Is that 15? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it is 15 in it. I wish there was some way to turn that, like, partially transparent.
You might be able to move it down, like, as far as, like, layer. Like, below the token layer onto the map layer.
Brilliant.
There we go.
That's ingenious, actually.
That's also why I realized, that's also why I came over here, just so I can have some cover.
Alright, so you drop that there.
Everybody in that has to take Constitution saves.
Alright. And clearly this shows Sarah's mastery of Roll20. She should run the next game.
Nah, bruh.
I'm down.
Alright. And you said this was con saves, Patrick?
Yes.
Alright, so I've got 3 samurai. They got a 3, a 17, and an 18.
And they would need 16, so they take half damage.
Alright. So blue's going to take full damage. The other 2 will take half.
And there's a bonus action. Someone's gonna get the 46 hit too. That counts as an attack action.
Okay.
I'll let you finish all the base. And this is radiant damage too, so I don't know if that's gonna come into play.
You know, the samurai might be resistant to radiant. I'll have to flip back and check after I roll for these mercenaries. Alright, the first rank row of mercenaries got a 20, a 17, and a natural 20. So 22. So they'll all take half. The one in the back failed completely. And then their commander also passed.
Well, it's 9 points of damage across the board.
Alright.
So 4 or 5, depending on how it's going to be divided.
And these samurais are resistant to radiant. Okay.
Interesting.
Alright, so that one took that. man. What was the big boss man? 63. So he's got 2 minus 9. Oh no, he passed, so minus 4. Alright. So all of them take some damage, and none of them look happy to be standing in fire or plasma.
Alright, and I get to make a bonus attack action target against the blue samurai guy. And I'll be at advantage. Because he's inside the field.
Okay. Oh, this is the one. And this is the one that does the actual kind of heavier damage.
Yes.
All right, give me a roll.
What's the... there it goes. Gonna be a third. So 20.
All right, you said it was on one of the samurai.
Yes.
It's on the blue one.
All right, they are not
I'll
resistant to.
Blue dude.
They are not resistant to lightning, which is what this part of it does. So go ahead and roll your damage. Or does he get a... No, you made an attack roll, so he doesn't get a save for this part.
Yeah. That's not a great roll.
No, it's really not. And you said you were doing this blue guy here?
Yes.
Alright.
Also, might as well just go ahead and use one of my coordinated strikes.
Alright, so this is your little droids coming in.
Yeah.
Wait. Does that take a bonus action?
Let me double check.
Because the lightning bolt took a bonus action.
That's not what I needed. Let's go to page.
Because summoning the thing was your action. The lightning bolt was a bonus action.
Whenever you make an attack check, and you also use the same target thing as a bonus action. So, no, I thought I'd be able to actually do that on top of it. So, sorry.
No, that's fine. Alright, but still a pretty effective turn. Let me take the ninja off of your dude, as he is no longer obfuscated. And then it is the Shadow Technocrat's turn. Let's see, perception. What is your stealth score, Patrick?
Just give a stealth roll.
Yeah.
No, stealth roll's taking action, but he took cover, so he is a little bit concealed. So I'm going to give him basically like a passive stealth to see if this guy spots him.
Where is shield? Stealth of... cat, I don't know what that is in the background.
It's my brother.
That will be a 2 for my stealth.
All right.
Being the cleric, not trained in stealth.
Okay, so doing it kind of like a passive perception, though, that would give you a 12. He rolled a 2 on the dice. All right, so the Technocrat does not spot you hiding in the kiosk. So he would see Armanto's body. Or, excuse me, the unconscious Armanto.
Not wrong either way.
He's already at max hit points, so his regeneration doesn't help him. Everybody that is within 30 feet of him needs to make a wisdom saving throw if you have not already succeeded on one.
I have succeeded on one.
I don't think we've rolled one.
We haven't gotten... This is the... No. Someone did. yesterday or last week.
Sarah was too far back to be affected by it, I think. I think everybody else made theirs.
Well,
Or
wisdom.
or is this
Armanto
the one,
did.
Or was this the one where
I know.
Armanto failed his first one?
Yes.
And then was using celerity to counteract it.
Yeah, because
No,
I
that
passed
was-
mine because,
Saving throw.
yes.
Yes, it is wisdom, yeah.
19.
Ooh.
You're fine.
First time that has actually rolled that high. I have 0 to that.
I'd say you had a +3, but I'm kind of unconscious.
Yeah.
Alright, he's got obfuscate himself, but doesn't seem to have anything that would... Doesn't seem to have anything that would get rid of obfuscate. Patrick, you do hear, or Hull hears in his head, Hull, I know you're here. Hiding will do you no good. Come back with us willingly, and all will be forgiven. You're far too useful a resource to leave wandering around randomly. Let's see, he's got 30 feet movement. So he can go one more. Alright, and then Sprite Beam. How much damage does an old Sprite Beam do?
It's basically Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Ten.
It's
So-
what Adrian uses a lot of, doesn't it? It's like one of your basic spells. Which means more than likely this guy's actually a warlock.
Cybermancer, but
The
yeah.
Cybermancer, this game system, say.
Alright. Let's see, what was this? Let me see how many beams he gets.
What level is he?
Well,
Spoilers.
you know, I probably should tell you that.
Well, when he hits
Alright, he gets
5,
three. He gets 3 beams.
So he's level 11, at least.
At least.
So that's 3 beams at a D10 apiece. Alright, so he puts this merc down. He's got it good enough to hit that I don't think yeah. Alright, so one of the mercs goes down. Then it's the commander's turn. And he immediately gets out of the fire. Oh wait, he'll duck into trees because that's closer. And gives him some cover. He sees Hull, however. And is going to take a shot at Hull. Nothing personal, but
Feels a little personal.
but clearly he suspects you of being the one that dropped fire on him since, you know, it got him, the other guys he was fighting. Ooh, this guy's got a great axe. Can he reach Hull in one run?
Oh, jeez.
No, not quite. Alright, he can make 3 melee attacks or 3 ranged
And
attacks.
also, that terrain counts as difficult for him moving out.
Oh, in the sphere? Okay.
Yeah.
I was already counting him ducking among the trees as rough, but yeah. So yeah, so he definitely couldn't reach you. So, heavy rifle, there's what I needed. So, 3 attacks with a heavy rifle.
Cat can only drag one body out.
Alright, so Alright, so a 12's not going to hit you. A 16?
Roll not.
Nope, excuse me, a 14. I was looking at the wrong thing. What about an 18?
No.
Ooh.
Alright, he has wrecked that kiosk, though.
This is why I bought armor.
There's no glass shattering, though. Is this piercing damage while he's shooting bullets? Clearly, this is some sort of plastic and not glass, but it's just kind of poking holes straight through.
It's like smashing a Nintendo with your sledgehammer. Not that I would know.
I would hope you didn't know. Adrian, you're up.
Well, he is going to make an attempt at this, and will, using Yanni, recast Obfuscate on the 3 numbskulls. 2 numbskulls, the 1 smart one, I should say. And he will look over at Jim, because he's probably sitting in the cockpit right now. He's like, how fast do you think we can get there?
So we should be there. We should be there in less than a minute. Y'all are in the, well, not the air, but y'all are kind of over the city on the outside of the Crucible, just shooting across. Jim's keeping a close eye out for any other ships in the area, because all communication seems to be down over the city. So there's no flight traffic control at the moment.
Next thing he's going to do is he's going to use his one of his prime talents to reach that one police lieutenant again. Basically, basically hijack his comm, essentially, since he has been exposed to him. So, about how long do you think you're going to get there?
He said it may be a few minutes. They took off in their little carts and cars and stuff, but people are kind of wandering around. Traffic's kind of a mess.
The segways are on the way, guys.
Oh, what? To the rescue!
So, my next question then. Is it possible for you to seal off sections of the station with bulkheads?
We have to send that further up the line.
I'm fairly certain that this counts as something you can just go, hey, we need to do it now.
Okay, I can, I guess I can send a runner to the mayor's office?
I can just message him for you, if you would like.
They wouldn't be able to verify. I don't know of any way they could verify that it was coming from me, though.
Then what's your verification?
Well, he rattles off his number, but he's like, we use cards or facial recognition to prove that, and the systems are down.
Yeah, well, I just got a copy of this conversation and your face along with it, so I can use that.
Alright, give it a try.
Also, I can save 10 people in there. It would require me venting the atmosphere to space, though.
You're telling the cop this?
He's basically saying, look, this is something I can do. What do you want to do?
Not vent the atmosphere in a space in a ship or a base station, whatever.
What do you
they call
think?
it.
I asked about you
Space
being
station.
able to seal off sections of the station. Not an idiot.
I mean, if you poke a hole somewhere, there's automated systems that'll shut off areas as needed.
If they were online, isn't the whole place
The
powered down?
the communication that's down.
Oh, okay. Just the communication?
As far as he knows, nobody's run in to tell him different. So, and the power's still on.
Well, as you can tell, I'm capable of bypassing their jamming, so it's something I can do if it comes to that.
There's going to be a lot of questions to answer if you poke a hole in the station. I'm just telling you.
Which is why I'm mentioning it to you. In case it does become necessary, you can go ahead. Let's get rid of the invaders to the station that have currently hijacked your entire network in the span of a few seconds.
Oh god,
That guy
this is
thinks
so
we're
far
going to be
above my pay
around to
grade.
answer questions.
The conflict. This is so far above my pay grade.
Yeah, well, fighting the shadow technocracy will do that.
Let's see. Had you mentioned it was the technocracy before?
I
I don't think so.
did now.
Not last session. You for sure did not last session.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other end of the line just kind of goes quiet.
So, yes or no? Because I can make my 3 friends and most of the civilians, as long as more of them get out of there, able to breathe in space. Not so sure about the rest of them.
Do whatever you have to, as long as you're not, as long as it's not killing civilians.
I'll keep it in mind.
I'm so getting fired.
And he is going to start seeing what he can do about that. Basically, he's going to be starting to hijack systems and stuff. He's going to send a message to the mayor with that access code and that conversation, basically. With the okay to seal off sections of the station. Not the rest of that. And yeah. Now he's going to keep track of how many civilians are currently still in there before they get out of the area that can be sealed.
Oh, let's see. 1, 2, you see 3 families down there, and there's 3 families running.
They move on initiative 20, right?
3 over there, 3 over
Yeah,
there.
so their turn would be coming up again. in a
Yeah.
Yeah, a
second.
lot of them will be getting off the map this go round. And come to think of it, you and Armato bring up the rear, so.
Mm.
So if that is your action, then it is Armato. Give me a death save.
Let's see.
Someone bless it. Or don't.
Bless the dust.
It's a fail.
Alright, there's only one fail.
I never said it was.
And I can say, if we can get him to a more secure area, I could stabilize him immediately.
Yeah.
That'd be a great idea if we didn't just draw all their attention.
Yeah. But, I can atmospheric adaptation with Starwalker up to 10 people. So as long as there's 10 people or less in there that isn't the mercs or the technocracy, I can blast a hole in the station, have it sealed off, and make sure allies and the civilians, as long as it's less than 10 or less, will be able to breathe in space. So they will not die when exposed to a vacuum.
Is this an elevator or something back this way? Just quick question.
That is basically a kind of tunnel hallway that led back to the little spaceport y'all have been checking out.
Does it have any kind of look like it has a door that'll seal?
Yes.
Okay.
You figure
Just
all the little
double-checking.
hallways probably do.
Okay, let's just double checking.
Because I think it's that spaceport that Jim's aiming the ship at. I think there'd been some talk of y'all falling back in there to get on board the ship, or I forget.
Yep.
Alright.
If you can't, Adrian has a plan. Might be a batshit insane one, but he's got one.
It's on brand for Adrian. I love it.
It is on
Yeah,
brand.
sure.
Okay. Failed. I like pulling out all my d20s when I have to make that saves. That way I just have them there for posterity's sake. Just in case.
Mhm.
Which one of you is gonna screw me over?
Alright.
Yeah.
These guys, these on the far right, all get off the map.
Okay.
These down here I'll get down that hallway and off the map.
I'm
Yep.
remarking.
The kiosk guy
Armando's
gets off the map.
obfuscated.
Let's see.
Everybody has been re-obfuscated, though.
Yeah, I remarked the dead body.
I think these
The unconscious
three
body.
all get into the hallway.
One more natural one.
No. We don't have time to explain. We have to get like a TLDR PowerPoint for the next Sentinel. Like, okay, this is
Bold of
all
you
you
to
need.
assume I'm gonna play a Sentinel.
No, we're recruiting another Sentinel.
Okay, fair enough.
It's an NPC, so they don't get attached.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna play
expendable.
I'm gonna play Jim the rest of the campaign, guys.
Yes.
Jim suddenly goes through Esper Genesis.
When did Jim get
No,
bad
no,
at?
he just gets the expert pilot stats out of the threat database.
I'll do that.
Didn't
Oh
he already
lord,
have
it's
that?
that was like an early Order the Stick one where they find out, wait, you don't have any. Wait, you're an NPC? Yeah, I only have like the. You only have like the diplomat levels. It's like, oh dear lord, like I'm caught by an NPC.
Alright, top of the order are the troopers, who all get out of the fire. He gets out, and his action is dragging his unconscious and or dead buddy.
Know that feel, bro.
Someone's feeling sassy.
Well, you know, she can talk without giving up her obfuscation.
Yeah, like her speaker's on mute, but behind the mask, she's just going off.
I don't doubt it.
Alright, Green takes a lick from a plasma blade getting away. And then returns fire. This guy manages to not get hit by a plasma blade as he ducks into the woods. And also returns fire. And then the samurais. Another guy up there goes down. And another one of the mercenaries looks like he could go down at any moment.
Fantastic.
So these two groups are roughing themselves up, but the mercs are starting to take the worst end of it.
Well, one's cyber ninjas versus mercenaries. I'm pretty sure cyber ninjas are gonna win.
Shadow Tech Samurai.
We've all called them cyber ninjas. It's okay.
Cave.
Hull knows better though. Hull knows they're sensitive about that.
It's like cavemen versus astronauts.
And then it is Cat's turn.
Cat's gonna take a sniper rifle. No, she's gonna drag. She's gonna try to drag Armando back here.
Stealthily.
We're both invisible. It'll just be the sound of like over the gunfire. No one should hear the rig going.
Well, you pull him up on your back. Oh wait, I forgot to move this samurai that's next to Armando. And this orange one. Hang on.
And the purple one back here.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about him.
He's just back there chilling for the past 2 turns.
Little boss.
Okay.
Okay.
Samurai doesn't spot Patrick either, huh?
These guys are like the worst samurai.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be perceptive as a samurai.
That's why they're not ninjas.
Pulled out some of my extra d20s just in case.
Oop, another one goes down. Oh, a natural 20. This one spots Patrick.
He's invisible. He's obfuscated.
Oh, he's
remember?
obfuscated now. Oh, I forgot about
So I was like, why are you... Well,
Wait.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I put the ninja back on.
Got the protective ninja thingy.
Okay. So it didn't take a power for you to contact the guy last time. So you were able to do the obfuscation.
Yeah, he said I'm obfuscating everybody.
All right.
Yeah.
In a very sarcastic tone, on brand for Adrian.
On branded.
Hey, Deca.
I'm not
Yes?
gonna drag your body out now.
You should feel very, very concerned that my character in Vampires is going to be one essentially taking care of the lot of you because he's the only one with a house.
It's fine.
Just so you know.
And the commander seems to have gone down. There's actually only one of the Prometheans left, and he's looking a little freaked out.
Dragging Aramanto intensifies. How far do I get? She was like right
Aramanto's
here.
kind of a big boy, and he's in big boy armor. So I'm going to say carrying him is going to cut your movement in half. It's going to be like you were running across difficult terrain.
Okay.
Ken Nash.
Still enough to get the F out.
Now you can double move, because last round you
shoot.
said you were kind of holding your action, so you could use that held action to pick him up.
Yeah. She's like back into the hallway.
So you get down the hallway a decent little ways.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of put her there, but she's in the hallway. And drag Aramanto over there. There. And on the comms to hall. We're leaving, come on!
And hole.
And I will take a double move. But, there we go. Why is it there? 1, 2, later, bitch. On a double move, I can make this fine.
Yeah, on a double move you can get up there just fine. This is the least perceptive aristocrat ever, or technocrat ever. So you go running past the guy, he doesn't even hear you. Granted, there's balls of plasma and gunfire, so I guess he has an excuse. But
Yeah.
Yep. For now.
let's see, then it's his turn.
I will be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, she's gone. Kill her character.
Revenge.
Okay, I'm going to put an X over her. Don't say anything. See how long it takes her to notice when she gets back.
Oh my god. That's wrong.
Alright, so he fires a Sprite Beam. So 2 of those are going to hit. And this guy's got 4 HP left. So the last of those guys have gone down. Commander's dead. Adrian.
Riding on the ship.
And it's okay, all the families are out.
Alright.
And and all of y'all are off this area. Okay. Adrian, you hear Jim go, oh, there's the landing field. And you've seen the landing field through Yanni, out the window, so you kind of recognize the layout.
Yeah.
And Jim starts aiming for the empty landing bay, which is the one that belonged to Tana Verkel.
The hacker girl we were trying to find.
Yes, the cybermancer that left with Achille. This was the launch pad that held her ship.
Right. Okay. The door open.
The landing bays have kind of a glass dome system. And yeah, at the moment it's open.
Okay. Right. Mentally, he's gonna reach out and see if he can seal the section of the station that just has the shadow technocracy in it. Basically, shut the bulkheads.
Okay. Give me a computer use roll.
Okay.
Oh.
That would be my luck for my first roll of the night.
Yeah, not with a 9, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Alrighty.
Armanto, give me a death saving throw.
Since we're not in combat right now, we're actually like in the lift, correct?
That is a tunnel hallway, so if they realize where you've gone, they could follow you.
Success!
So one
It's a
failure,
10.
one success.
1 failure, 1 success.
Because I'd have to break the obfuscation to be able to just
Okay.
stabilize it.
Yes.
Well, it's not a super long hallway. One more round of movement will have y'all back up in the lobby area, where you could be kind of out of sight of anybody just glancing down. So, but yeah, I guess we can kind of drop out of combat initiative at the moment. So y'all drag or Cat drags Aramato down the hallway.
Yeah, once we get in a group, I can take the other
Yeah.
shoulder, more or
Yeah.
less. So.
Y'all get to the little lobby area. The woman behind the desk y'all been talking to is ducked down behind the desk. When she sees y'all run in, what's happening out there? I hear, I've been hearing
She doesn't
gunfire,
see us. We're
explosions.
obfuscated.
Oh,
We're still invisible.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
She just sees a door open and then close, like, what the fuck?
Just here's
She hears all of y'all run in, and she starts talking, and she stands up, but then she doesn't see anybody, she just ducks back down.
Ooh.
And because
Monster just like
Adrian
this.
is not one of the people obfuscated, him using other powers does not break it as long as he doesn't use a concentration power.
Alright, so y'all are in there. Hole, if you've got something that you can...
Yeah, it's literally just one of my primes. Stabilize him.
Okay. Not going to heal him and get him back up, just going to stabilize.
Well, stabilize the power just to make sure he doesn't die.
Yeah.
And then I can actually use my actual medical skill to actually try to back up.
Okay.
Hidden with like a defibrillator.
Aramato.
Yes.
Do you have something that stops you from dropping your swords?
They cannot be removed from me as long as I'm conscious.
So in other words, getting knocked out, you probably drop whatever sword you're using.
Yes.
And you're using your new greatsword?
Oh yeah.
Your forged greatsword?
That thought had occurred to me.
Your
Yes.
Ekajati forged greatsword?
Yes.
That is now still laying in that chamber?
Yes, it is.
shit.
So, it's not like we don't have a very stealthy person who's also
Yeah.
extremely invisible.
Cat would go back for the sword if she saw. Yeah, I'll roll some stealth bullshit.
My only problem is everybody's invisible.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a perception check to see if you realize it was laying down there back when you grabbed him. Okay.
16.
All right,
Theoretically, could have grabbed it on the way.
So you hustle back down there.
Theoretically.
Now, I'm going to assume, Patrick, that you've dropped the plasma ball by now.
It would dissipate, yeah.
Okay. I was just going to check before I deleted it. All right, so as you get back out there, Adrian, if you want to try to have shut this area down, or gotten back in the computer where you can.
How heavy is the great sword?
It's like, hang on, I actually have the weight on my character sheet.
Because we have a Yanni.
It's heavier than Yanni can
That's
carry.
right.
I think.
Yanni is in there. Yanni can carry 50 pounds, 60 pounds.
Okay. Okay, close. Oh, it's 6 pounds, so you're good.
Yeah, swords aren't actually all that heavy.
Yeah,
So-
theoretically, Yanni could just go over and boop.
That is true. Okay, we'll say Yanni has done it. Because Yanni
Yanni
can do it
boops
even if you shut the doors, he can still get back to you.
Well, he
Yeah.
can just grab it and warp back to Adrian, no problem.
Alright.
And Yanni thinks to himself, wait, you want me to, like, actually steal something?
Yeah, basically.
The big shiny.
The big shiny. More or less.
Later, Armando will have to fight Yanni for it.
Reaching up with something to
But yeah.
like.
Adrian is going to try to seal that section of the station again.
Alright, give me another computer use roll.
Wrenches versus swords.
That's a better one.
Alright.
Yeah,
I
you did no
literally
problem.
flipped the rolls.
Yeah,
I
you did.
legitimately flipped the rolls.
Very close to it anyway.
Okay.
So you get in there and you manage to you fool the system into thinking there's a hull breach there, so it seals everything down.
Might not be fooling it for very long.
Possibly not,
He's-
but maybe it'll give the police time to get there.
Yeah, well, he's gonna message the police officer, basically like, so I've sealed that section of the station off.
Did you poke any holes in the station?
I'm about to, unless you have any major complaints. I prefer
Are there
these
any
idiots.
civilians?
They've all evacuated.
Alright, do what you need to.
Okay.
Need to or want to?
He says need to. And there's this sort of resigned tone in his voice, like, yeah, I'm fired. This whatever. Long as nobody's died.
Might as well. Might as well go out in a blaze of glory.
Maybe they'll let me keep my pension.
Well, he was given the okay by the police to do this. There's no civilians in there. His team is not in there. It's just the technocracy, yes?
Correct.
See if you can catch
Rockets.
one of the Promethean corpses if they fly out.
Rockets.
Just research.
There are going to be rockets going into that section of the station.
So, Jim's coming down for a landing, and then you just man one of the guns. Thum, 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 thum.
Basically.
Nope.
It's a slightly rougher landing than you're used to from Jim.
Yep.
Adrian,
Yes.
did you just attack a crucible?
I had the okay to do so. By the local law enforcement. So, it's not like it was illegal.
Like a police chief or just a desk sergeant or?
The
Yes.
chief that marshaled the entire station to come out and deal with these guys?
Okay, I'm just I wanted officially noted I was not involved in that.
Yeah, well, I would also like to officially have it noted that I had the okay to do this, so the fault is not mine.
Are you aware of the term accessory after the fact?
All right, the rest of you see the roustabout land. As you land, an automated system starts to shut the door and pump in atmosphere.
Is Aramonto up?
By this point, Patrick, was Hull going to use a power to just pump points into him, or are you going to use your medical skill to try to rouse him up?
I actually don't have any kind of healing powers.
Okay.
That's
Give me-
something that the machinist does not get any of those abilities.
Okay.
But good old-fashioned science.
Here's a band-aid
That's
and a
all
shot
right.
of adrenaline. Get up.
Essentially.
18. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's enough that you slap smelling salts under him.
we know you got skewered like a half dozen times through with a sword.
Mm-hmm.
But we,
Walk it off.
but we sprayed some plaster flesh on the outside and shoved some gauze in there. So Armanto was awake with like a hit point or two, maybe.
Okay, Armanto immediately. Go, cat! I got this.
Yeah. Calm down, sweetie. Come on. We're going to the ship. Walk.
Huh?
Follow
What?
me. Come on.
What?
Going to the ship. Get in the ship.
Where is it?
Points at the ship that's like firing at the station. I'm
Do
sure
we-
he'll be done in a second.
I don't think he will be. That's
Adrian, could you stop shooting at the station just so we can get on board, please?
Have I punched a hole in that section of the station to vent technocracy into space?
Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
More to see if he hits the right spot. He's not going to miss the crucible, but
I was gonna say point blank.
Okay, where?
because technically he'd have to be
roll for
firing
the
like
last
right next to y'all, so I guess he could hit the area y'all are in.
Okay, so me
I
check.
like to think we're like a level up. Like,
So is it? It's D. I've never done the gunnery stuff on the ship before. So
I got it.
It's your dex plus your base attack bonus. It's like firing a regular
plus
gun, truthfully.
proficiency. Okay, so D20 plus 7. Okay.
don't fuck up.
Don't tempt me.
One.
Dirty 20.
Alright, so it's a 13.
My dex
Plus
is
seven.
3.
Plus your 7. Okay.
Yeah. Dex is 3 and proficiency bonus is 4, so plus 7.
Alright. There is a violent decompression.
And Yanni's gonna teleport back with the sword. Adrian's just gonna put that on his back, and then he's gonna send Yanni back out to see if the technocracy survived that.
Alright. If you look on the map, Yanni sees that the rockets basically come in right here. So like this tunnel over here led deeper into the crucible, as opposed to the one
Strong
y'all
shit.
ran up that went up, to basically a structure on the surface.
Me glad Adrian sealed that section off.
So let's see. Both of these guys are just obliterated. Both of these guys right here are just obliterated from the explosion.
Okay.
And you see several of the troopers' bodies go floating out. You see at least a couple of the samurais get pulled out.
Okay.
I mean, the ones right by the thing got blown into chunks, so you see chunks of something floating out there. Then you see
Gotcha.
at least a couple of the samurais got pulled completely out.
Red mist.
Mm-hmm.
Just a second, I got something in my eye. Something.
You got a chunk of samurai in your eye.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Never stand close to the hole during explosive decompression on either side.
Yeah, it's not recommended.
Good grief.
I'm assuming the rest of y'all are hustling down to the entryway.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all managed to get loaded into the ship without too much trouble.
Did the technocrat or the others shunt it out?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 18.
As soon as y'all get on board, Jim starts to take back off.
Okay.
You're looking amongst the bodies. Well, that's not all the samurais. And as you're looking in the big hole you've blown, you see the technocrat actually kind of walks out and looks at it like out of it like it's a window.
Okay. Cool.
That's actually the opposite of cool.
No, what's gonna happen is Adrian is gonna send Yanni over there to the technocrat. Because does he reach the technocrat first of all?
Yeah, he can reach it,
Like
no
get to
problem.
him. Okay. Because I have 2 slots left, Yanni is gonna bap the technocrat on the head and use unravel effect.
Oh shit!
All right, and what does that do?
I'm gonna counterspell that motherfucker.
It immediately dispels the Esper abilities of everything rank 5 or below without any chance of resistance.
But it basically just turns off what he's currently got turned on, right?
Yep.
Oh my god.
I love Yanni so much.
All right. Let's
Not
see.
the mind behind Yanni.
Bonnie
Less so?
is actually your character. You're just there.
And let's
Yeah,
see these.
okay.
And that spacewalk thing or star walk thing is what level? Well below 5 though.
Yeah, it's rank 3 power.
Okay, yeah, and he's got absolutely no reason that he would have wasted a higher slot on it.
Well, being a Cybermancer, it's automatically rank 5. No, actually, no. With atmospheric adaptation, it stays at 3. Because that's the power level that it's used at.
Yeah, because
So,
it's
yeah.
basically, it does or doesn't do.
Yep.
And keep in mind, much like in D&D, these NPCs aren't necessarily built exactly with character classes.
Yeah.
They tend to be very
Fair.
similar in certain ways.
I keep forgetting that because I'm used to Heath throwing things that are equivalent to character classes at me. So I'm like, eh.
I mean, the
just
Shadow
wanted a
Technocrat
cloak,
is
man.
very much a Cybermancer type, but he's not exactly identical.
Fair.
But
Meanwhile, like Cat's gonna go down to the med bay and like find some like generic hypo spray,
Hypolite.
hypolite, back to bomb, something.
And that's-
the Technocrat
don't forget
quickly
that
makes his exit from the window or the hole.
Okay.
And,
Yanni's gonna move
don't
behind
forget
him,
that type
and
LIT.
Yanni's gonna move behind him and use push to knock him 10 feet closer to the hole.
All right, Patrick, what were you trying to say?
I was saying when she was looking for that hypo spray light, that's light with an LIT.
Does that require an attack roll or a saving throw?
It is an attack roll.
All right, give me an attack roll.
So Yanni will briefly go visible to do this, as long as he's not he's not looking behind him, so okay,
He might have eyes behind his back. We don't know that yet.
who knows.
Got a weird mask. You don't know.
27.
All right. So as he turns to walk away, Yanni pushes him towards the wall. Or
He
towards
takes
the-
14 force damage and
Hey,
needs to make a
Sparta!
strength save.
It's a really good roll for that. Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
Yanni's big mad.
All right, he takes how much force damage you said?
14.
Okay, that's not much.
Yanni Angie.
And it moves him 10 feet
Big
towards the
angry.
hole.
Yep, so long as he doesn't make his strength save.
Okay. So Yanni basically knocks him 10 feet up into the air.
Yep.
Because the hole's not like, ground level. It's kind of...
Yeah, but with violent decompression, there's no longer gravity in here. Probably.
The crucibles are
Bouncing
actually
around.
dense enough. They have gravity just kind of naturally on
Okay.
their own.
Fair, okay.
That's a small move.
It can be increased or decreased, but even at just moon gravity, it's still
Yeah,
gravity.
yeah.
Just based
My
on
brain's just like, yeah, you know what, that probably would have gravity of some kind just because
So,
of
yeah.
its size.
So it knocks him up in the air, and then he falls back down.
Yeah, and as he's in the portion of falling, Yanni will go invisible again.
As he's getting back up, now that was just petty.
Well, I don't know where you're at, but here's a little something for you regardless. Once the Technocrat gets up, let's see, yeah, he goes invisible.
Okay.
A little bit later, you see one of the side doors go psst, and then close again. Well,
Yanni's
it
gonna
goes
follow
psst,
it.
and there's a air,
Yeah.
and it goes psst.
So Yanni's gonna follow it because he has motion trackers. Which obfuscate does not stop.
Alright, so y'all are loaded up. Jim has taken off. Do we go back to our hangar, or do y'all want to beat feet?
I say beat feet. So if we hang out on the station, they're gonna get to their ship and come looking for our ship.
That's fair.
Also, yeah, Adrian may or may not be sitting in the cockpit with a malicious grin.
I'll ask what asshattery you're up to later.
Armand's just laid out like this.
He also has Armando's sword on his back, too.
Cat will take the sword and just, like, give it to Armando.
Or remember,
And
the sword he's currently
hypospray.
got, when it's not in use, the blade retracts.
Yep.
It just kind of folds in on itself and it's back in the hilt.
Okay. Yeah, so he has the hilt in his coat then.
Still, she'll be like, hypospray.
So,
Did you all have fun?
I'm in the bed bay. I'm not here for this.
I'm taking a nap.
Unless you guys are literally having a meeting in the med bay around my bed.
No, he might do that, honestly.
I would assume they'd be like, let's fly away. And let's go make sure let's go make sure the Sentinel hasn't died.
He hasn't died.
We are
Where we go? Oh god.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
he'll-
switch things and I'm being very, very messy about it.
Did we get, like, the general... I remember investigating, like, which way that the other Cybermancer's ship might have gone. I don't remember if you gave me that info or not.
What's that now?
1 second.
There we go. That's what I needed.
That was momentarily huge for a moment.
Say,
Terrified me.
see, I remember us investigating where the Cybermancer ship might have gone, the one Achille was working with. I don't remember if you gave us the direction she went. I think we kind of got distracted with, oh god, technocracy.
We gon' die.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all had not figured out where it had gone. Y'all had gotten its name, its registration.
Okay.
Yeah, information you could use to try and track it down.
Okay. So Adrian will work on that after he's done with his impromptu meeting.
All right,
Everyone
so
in the med bay.
What is y'all's meeting about?
Yeah, Adrian just folds his arms, looks at everybody's like, so, did you have fun?
Oh, are you talking to me?
We're all
Yes.
alive.
I'm talking to all of you. Considering I had to pretty much get permission from the station chief to blast a hole in a crucible.
You were out of the area before you blasted the hole. You just blasted the hole because you wanted to blast a hole at that point.
And she actually has a valid point there.
Do you
Yeah, if
honestly
you had
think,
authorization, you could have dismissed it.
do you honestly think that another Cybermancer wouldn't have been easily able to follow you all if I hadn't have distracted him by putting him into a zero-G situation?
Considering they found us to begin with, I don't think the 0G is gonna really help.
And considering the kind of people we're dealing with, if anything, they now know we have a Cybermancer, but knowing how the research they have, they probably already knew that.
How would they know we have a Cybermancer just because someone blew a hole in the side of the ship?
No. If by his distractions that he's talking about, I think that
Obfuscation?
it's just, did you use Yanni at all?
Not that they know.
I think Yanni only
might.
got used to obfuscate us.
Did Adrian tell them about his shenanigans after he blew the hole with Yanni? Because Yanni was visible for a second, so it might or might not have been seen.
He was
Yanni
behind the guy
made-
when he was visible,
Yeah, Yanni made sure to be behind the guy when he knocked him up
Okay.
towards the hole, and then disappeared again as when he hit the apex.
though. Either way, what the fuck was that? I don't mean the hole being blown in the side of the station. I know exactly what that was.
That
It was
looked
the
like a lot of-
technocracy and
And armed
Somebody else?
mercenaries.
Probably your dad.
he ain't gonna spend that kind of money.
This is the look Adrian's giving her right now. Just
He ain't gonna spend that kind of money. As far as he's concerned, it's a lost cause.
mhm.
She is confident.
Well, she figures there's a lot of other things getting money spent on that right now. And they've made plenty enough enemies that it could be
Do you
someone
know
else.
how many people hate us? That could have been anybody.
Essentially.
That could have been any
Yeah.
group of Prometheans.
I mean, to be fair, you're not wrong. We kind of had made enemies pretty much wherever we went.
Yep.
At this point, we really need to just start making a list.
About this time, Jim chimes in from the cockpit. I assume y'all are in the lounge dining area.
Lounge med bay.
But he comes over the comm. So where y'all want me to go?
Did someone get my
Give me a moment. I'll start working on figuring out
A
potential leads.
sword.
What?
Sword.
What about it?
I saw get left. I know you probably saw
Yeah.
get left. Yanni's a kleptomaniac.
Uh-huh.
Sword.
He walks over to Aramanto, pulls the handle out of his coat, makes sure the pommel is on like the backside of his hand, and pretty much on Aramanto's head. Don't break obfuscation when I'm trying to save you.
Armanto's unconscious again.
And he just drops it on Aramanto's chest and walks out.
Please do not mess with my patients.
I could have come after you with that too. I saw what you did as he yells down the hall.
We're all alive at least.
I mean, Captain, we're orbiting a crucible. We just blew a hole in.
Let's
Let's leave.
go somewhere.
Okay.
I'm sure if they need to talk to us, they'll find a way.
All right. You are currently around Saris.
I've already sent them the information for the police chief. Give me the okay to do it. If they feel like being angry about that, they can piss off.
They're mad at us.
Yeah. Because the other thing, too, is if he had authorization, he could have just opened the doors.
No. He didn't have like a code or something. The chief had
Yeah.
just said, "Yeah, go ahead and do what you need to, as long as you're not killing civilians."
Yep. Which was what he did.
All right. So
No,
y'all
no
jump
civilians were harmed.
Jim jumps y'all to some small system that's got a crucible. It's not on one of the major trade routes. But it's nowhere you've been before, nowhere really significant. It's just not where you know the bad guys are, not where you blew a hole in a crucible.
Let's
So-
just take a day to gather ourselves.
Alright, so a day later, Armada was healed up a good bit.
Armand is having awful dreams right now.
Well, everybody gets a long
Cat will
rest.
probably hang out in the med bay just to be like, this dumb motherfucker.
This one or this one?
All
Yeah.
these dumb motherfuckers.
So in the following day, news
I would like to
spreads.
point out that I broke up the occasion essentially to provide a distraction, and also I did not blow a hole in the side of the crucible.
So it sounds like there's a lot of bickering the next day.
There's a lot of blame casting going on the next morning over breakfast.
Nothing like breakfast in the blame game.
Everyone shut the fuck up. I'm trying to eat.
We're at the point like Cat's like, we're all alive. Let's figure out where Achille is. Let's finish this. Adrian, you probably have information on where the lady he was traveling with went to. A direction.
I know several things. I just need to sift through it first.
Okay.
And the other bigger question we have here is, from our encounters at the old base, we know Achille got information at least on the name of the old homeworld.
Yeah, well, you figure he either got coordinates or some sort of hint as to where it is.
Which is probably where he's going to with the Cybermancer.
With that information, could we return to the crazy cat lady and ask her, hey, where was your home planet?
That is a tactic you could take.
How about we just call her instead of returning?
Adrian will pause for a second and go, one moment.
Now, given the distances involved and the fact that her system does not have a crucible and was it 2 weeks travel from the nearest crucible?
Roundabout. It was in the backwaters.
So communication is going to take a little while.
He's not calling her.
Oh, okay. Oh.
He's going to call the hunter.
Okay.
Because he knows the hunter likes to... Given the hunter's personality, he's going to pretty much go, okay, this dude probably likes to hang out in places where he can get info quickly on whatever marks he might want to bring to his own little hunting grounds, kind of thing.
If he's not at his hunting ground, he did have a very nice cabin.
Yeah,
set up there.
that's his rationale, basically.
Okay. All right, so you send a message out. And while you're piddling without eating breakfast, still eating breakfast, Jim comes in. Well, I think we made the news again. I mean, we haven't been identified, but
Is there another live decapitation or something?
no, it's not quite.
No.
Like that. He
How much do you remember?
Not much.
Adrian blew a hole in the side of the ship, or in the side of the crucible.
What?
Adrian blew a hole with the missiles from the roustabout in the side of the crucible.
It was something like this. If you see Hull holds up, you actually see Killbot behind him has like a whiteboard. You see like stick figures and Adrian tackling by like a cartoon missile at the side of the crucible.
little stick man floating out of the hole.
Yeah.
I'm not 6. Everything just went black for a little bit there.
But Jim pulls up the news feed, and you see images of there's the hole in the station and they're patched. They've about got it patched by the time the news crew got out there. It talks about it's really big news because they actually recovered some of the Shadow Tech Samurai.
Do they have anything about the other group on there?
It mentions them finding bodies that they were Promethean, but it does not identify. It does not give them. If the police
Like
have
a
identified
company
them,
or
they
anything.
haven't. They're not saying who they are yet. They've spoken to like the families that got away, so there's some eyewitnesses. And
To
they
be fair.
describe you guys, but not in any great detail.
I say, to be fair, we were kind of trying to flee like the families were too, so...
Yeah. And y'all went invisible pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, the eyewitness reports, you had these, the samurai guys showed up, these mercenaries showed up. None of the families have a clue why they started fighting each other. There were some people
Church battle.
There were some people trapped in the middle that fought back some.
Essentially, it's that awkward moment when an assassin meets another assassin trying to kill the same people. It's like, oh, I don't know.
Never just Rochambeau for it.
We've been playing John Wick the whole time.
But now they are quite certain one of the people stuck in the middle fighting was a sentinel. But you guys are kind of distinctive.
That could have been any sentinel.
Armanto isn't wearing his armor when he walks around. He's just like, so he's like a solid foot shorter than he normally is.
So it talks about, it interviews one fellow referred to as the former shift lead for station security. Well, it actually identifies him as suspended pending an investigation. Though he seems to give kind of an official spiel.
This may or may not also have Adrian cackling.
It's very definitely the guy you were talking to. You recognize his voice, but
Yeah.
now, despite it all,
That guy's
amazingly,
tired.
there were no civilian deaths involved in this. Some people got hurt a little bit in the running away, bumping into stuff, getting stepped on, But there are no
Nobody
civilian.
got shot.
Only combatants seem to have died. They're investigating to try and see how communication over the station, or at least this area of the station, was shut down. They're trying to figure out who the mystery ship was that blew the hole and was communicating with the police. Unfortunately, when things started going kind of wild, several ships left the station during this time, so they're having trouble figuring out who exactly was who.
And because of cyber masking, Adrian can't be traced by mundane means. So.
But like I said, it's big news because it's kind of proof.
Crucible.
It's a crucible. It's proof of the cyber. The shadow
That
technocracies.
technology exists.
Which governments were already convinced. People were very up in the air. So it's like if some foreign intelligence agency, you got proof they had a squad over here doing something. It is big news.
Adrian's sitting here going, well, I got somebody fired. I got to blow a hole in a crucible. I pretty much outed the shadow technocracy among the public as a thing that exists.
Truth be told, that would have probably have happened regardless, because that's the one thing that surprised me. The fact that they were out in the open like that kind of actually demonstrates to me, yeah, they're getting more and more serious about this.
You
If
also
they
gave
hadn't
your
been killed and the place decompressed and all that, they probably would have tried to get away.
you also gave your sentinel a horrible nightmare.
Sorry about that, bud.
But
Wasn't you?
yeah, there's no recording of them during the attack because all that was shut down. And they had said no witnesses, but then they got caught up in a fight and the witnesses got away. So, with Hull's knowledge of the shadow technocracy, you're pretty sure this squad was probably all they had on the station. Since there doesn't seem to have been any cleanup afterwards.
Like they were just dropped off. They don't have a ship or anything.
No, they might have a ship, but not a.
They
No.
might have a ship, or they might be a local cell.
But there's not enough of them to. They didn't spend the next day going after the witnesses or any of that before they could get talked to. So they clearly didn't have enough manpower to handle it, given the grandiose nature of what y'all pulled off. If y'all hadn't blown a hole in the side, yeah, the technocrat would just re-obfuscated all of his guys, and they just walked out as the police filed in. Didn't quite work out that way though.
Yep.
All right, so Adrian, you has information. Oh wait, you'd sent off a message to the hunter.
To the hunter, yeah.
You don't hear anything back from him that day, but when you get up the next morning, you've got a message waiting for you.
Okay, he's gonna check it.
All it really is basically got your call. Call me whenever you get this. It sounds very just innocuous.
Right, yeah, he's gonna call.
All right. He picks up almost immediately. You're parked on a Crucible. Given the lack of any delay in the conversation, clearly he's on a Crucible somewhere.
Yep. Hello.
Oh, you're calling me again already.
Yeah, so it turns out someone probably found your homeworld.
His head comes back a little bit.
I would
How?
like... that is a long and complicated series of events.
Events, you might say.
In the spirit of our cooperative agreement, I kind of own one of your functioning bases.
TLDR.
Okay.
And somebody basically snuck in when we were trying to figure stuff out and decided, hey, this looks like it'd be fun information.
Somebody new to this game, or somebody? Because let's see, what was the last time you talked to him? What was the last thing you talked to him about? It was before y'all went to that base.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really have any useful information because he had not been in the military.
Yeah.
But he knew there were a handful of functioning bases around.
He knows who Achille is, probably.
Oh, yeah.
I think. Yeah.
There's probably very few of these guys that don't know who Achille is at this point.
Yeah, agents are going to go, I'm going to give you 3 guesses of the people that have pretty much contracted this, and the first 2 don't count.
It's that Vasher guy.
Yeah.
I admire how dogged a hunter he is.
I got to outrun one of your destroyers, too. That was interesting.
Oh. He's taking the field.
Yeah. That was fun. Somehow stalled him, too, which was interesting. I've never done that before.
Yeah, well, he's got an ego on him. You can get him monologuing sometimes.
Yeah. Something Adrian didn't know, but he now does. So, I'm pretty sure he found Jarl's homeworld.
That is, that is not a good thing.
Yeah, we kind of agree, which is why we're trying to find him before he sets anything off that he probably shouldn't. However, best thing we can think of off the top of our heads right now is trying to beat him there. But we don't know where there is, because he destroyed the backup database and the drone that heard the conversation about 20-something thousand years ago.
Okay, so back before everything went down.
Yeah. It was basically two of your people discussing how they were both from that world and they didn't know it. But that's all I could reconstruct from the destroyed archive. Now, I will preface it with this. The reason why I'm asking is not to unveil some great unknowable mystery at this point. That's not what we're after right now. We want to keep him from setting off something that he shouldn't. So I think that aligns somewhat closely to what you all are trying to do, to a point.
Well, I had not overly concerned myself with keeping secrets. I took your boy because, well, I owed somebody a favor. Or...
Yeah. But that's why I'm asking is if you could give us that location so we could beat him there or stop him from doing anything he shouldn't. Like setting off whatever happened to you all again.
Alright. It's going to take me a little while to get the information. I don't have the coordinates memorized.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to piss a lot of people off. Luckily, I don't like
Welcome
most
to
of them.
our world.
Well, if it comes down to it, you could go, what would they rather have preferred? Someone who is hell-bent on bringing everything that your people had, were, and could have been to light to the galaxy as a whole, or telling the people where it is who are trying to stop him?
Alright. Give me a day or two and I'll get back with you.
Alright.
And he cuts communications. Alright, so you've got 2 days or so on this station.
Yeah, basically as that's done, Adrian will yell back, so give me 2 days and I'll have the location of that planet.
Cool, I'm not leaving the ship.
Yeah, me either.
She's gonna go check up on Armand.
You pass Jim in the hallway. Oh, I'm going drinking. Let me know
No,
if
you're
it...
not. Jim, I will pay to have booze delivered to the ship.
Well, it's not the drinking. It's not the booze itself. We've got booze. It's the company and the getting out of the ship. The camaraderie.
The last time we got out of the ship, the frickin' space Illuminati was discovered. Let's just stay on the ship.
But who knows what secrets might be revealed this go round?
Jim,
All right.
Please.
Fine.
please, Jim. 2 days. I'll buy you something. Give me your bucket list of booze, and I will get you. I will try to get you one of them off of your bucket list.
All right. A few minutes later, your comm beeps, and you have a list of ridiculously expensive. Ridiculously
Kind of figured
expensive
that.
booze.
Like, how much is the most? What's the middle ground of ridiculous?
Well, let's see. At the top of the
7,000
list
cubics.
is a 2,000 cubics bottle of wine
That's not
from
bad.
before humanity made it to the stars.
Armand can get that.
At that age, you're not even 100% certain the stuff would be drinkable.
It's gonna be vinegar. Why does he want to drink that?
Maybe a collection thing. By the time you get to the bottom of this, it's stuff
vinegar
that's
and irradiated.
it's stuff that's a few hundred cubics by the time you get down to the bottom.
She's gonna contact a couple of the bars on the station, and look for something in the middle of the road. Like, maybe between 900 to 1200.
You managed to find something on the list, because this is not a real large station, but it's still a crucible. So, and all of them are going to be decent city size.
Yeah. You will ask for them to be delivered to the station or to the ship, and she'll pay a delivery fee.
Man, Cat just invented Uber Eats for space.
For space booze.
Space booze.
Later that day, a
And
guy
then
shows
she'll
up
go
with
check
a
the
little, almost looks like a little armored carrying case.
Armored carrying case.
Well, it's metal.
It's
it looks pretty
bulletproof.
Sturdy.
Yeah. What kind of booze is this?
Well, it's over 1,000 cubic.
Yeah.
And it's something in a glass bottle, so
Fair.
It's just a bottle of Jack Daniels.
The most overpriced bottle of Jack Daniels.
Well, it's from 2020. This is the future.
It's
Yeah.
basically, it is a drink the Morokai make, and it's basically their version of whiskey. This is a particularly
Lizard whiskey.
small. It's small, kind of they do in small batches.
Artisanal.
Yeah, basically,
Artisanal lizard whiskey.
essentially.
And then you go to check on Aramonta, who's in
Yeah.
he's in the cargo bay at this point.
Yeah. Just kind of like wandering. Not like interrupt him if he's doing anything.
He's meditating, and where he is, you see the rig just kind of
Undulating.
yes.
You have a love of that word.
I didn't say it this time. I haven't said it in like 4 sessions. These two have.
It's now attached to your character.
Yes,
It's a descriptor for his character now.
it is. I like it.
It's his
Just
subclass.
waiting.
He's an undulating sentinel.
Just waiting till he seems to be like not done or like notices there's someone else there. She's not gonna be like, "Hey, you're in the middle of meditating. How you doing?"
That is a 9 on my perception. So nope.
Okay, she might start like tapping her feet against like the railing or something at some point. No, like like how you sit like with like your feet dangling. Like she'll like probably like begin tapping against the metal or something, like not realizing. She's not good at sitting still.
Lightfoot. Not Lightfoot has a little bit of movement to it. He turns around. Cat?
Yeah. How you doing?
Reflecting.
Good thing to do after almost dying.
Twice.
Yeah. You weigh a ton, by the way.
It's mostly the armor.
It's most of the armor.
I'm like... Goes to check my character sheet.
String bean when not in armor. It's
I'm
like
like
Steve Rogers before and after.
I'm like 231. Not necessarily a string bean, but I'm not that heavy. Probably half a ton with my armor.
Oh God. Cat could not have drugged that, but we're not going to bring that up now.
Well, I doubt that armor is actually that heavy.
It's not. I'm being facetious. Armanto's also being facetious.
He's dragging like the Hulk Buster out of... Adrenaline's a hell of a drug, man.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly. How you doing?
Yes. Not well.
He said something about nightmares in an offhanded Aramonto kind of way.
Aramonto doesn't say anything half-handed. It was just this second time I went unconscious. just reflected on my life and where it's gotten to at this point. And as you can imagine, a lot of that's not very happy. And then I had a dream, for whatever reason, that Adrian just stabbed me with my own sword.
He's a bastard, but he's not that much of a bastard.
I don't know that.
I mean, he flew in to get us.
He what?
Got the ship across city.
Yeah.
He used Yanni to obfuscate us.
I saw that, or I'm aware of all of that, or most of that. Everything after that second wave of attacks is kind of a blur, but
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, to be honest, kind of a blur, I think, for all of us at that point.
It's a little more of a blur for me because I don't
Blood
have
loss
any
will
recollection.
do that.
Blood loss. Ugh. I will probably be eventually okay. I'm just grateful that I have this, and he has his hand up again, where the sword's protruding.
Well,
Thanks.
yeah, Yanni likes shiny things. It's one of the shiny things he knows goes on this ship.
He looks up. He doesn't. He obviously probably doesn't see Yanni, even though Yanni's like somewhere fucking invisible. It's like,
Yanni's
Thanks,
somewhere
Yanni.
like practicing his wrenches.
Or he's,
It's like-
or he's all fighting with the ship monkey over one of his shoulders.
Probably
like
more
wrench-
likely.
he's like doing wrench kata.
I mean, as you say that, you hear a clang, 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 clang as Yanni goes by smacking the wrenches together. Actually visible, but you see him just fly by, like basically drumming with wrenches all over the ship.
He's like a
I've
2-year-old.
tried
Just
to take
noise
the
for no
wrenches
reason other than
away.
to make noise.
Tried to
Basically.
take the wrenches away 5 times. He finds them every damn time. I jettisoned them into space. He finds them.
I'm used to loud noises, so I can kind of tune it out. But I can understand where it's a little difficult for others. Wait, you had a big family. You should be used to it too.
We were big, but we were
You were all the quiet kid.
handled.
Family
No,
is a
we were
loose term
handled.
What was that, Patrick?
Fair enough.
Well, I'd say in her case, family would be a loose term. Not the like kumbaya kind of family, more the
My
maybe
sister.
Mhm.
I mean,
Go on.
my little sister and I. Funny enough, is her name's Yan Lee, and Adrian's like the thing needs a name. I'm like, we'll name it Yanni. So yeah, she kind of like that,
Loud and impetuous.
like shiny things. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I'm about done here anyway. And he slowly gets up, and you hear as everything fucking
Oh, God,
cracks.
was that the sword?
No,
Oh
that
god.
was his body, because he's still sore.
Oh god.
do you need me to make another medical check? And I'm like, no, you do not get back up.
It's. I'll be fine. Just everything's sore.
Look, I literally have you tied up to your vitals tied up. I'm seeing you. You are not fine.
I will be
Let him go.
fine.
He knows himself better.
He's had a couple of days of rest, and given that his own regenerative abilities, he should be back to full.
Yeah.
I'm back to full mechanically. I am still sore from being knocked unconscious twice within the span of like
Repeatedly stabbed.
20 minutes.
All right.
You need anything, I mean, I'm not leaving the ship for the next 2 days because I don't want to get killed. I also got Jim some booze. If you ask him nice, or tell him I told you he has to share, he should share. It's artisanal lizard whiskey.
That sounds like it costs more than I've ever made in my life.
Treat yourself.
Uh,
I mean, how many times do we get artisanal lizard whiskey?
Fair
If
enough.
I may, from like next hallway, Yanni comes back holding Cinnabon as he floats down.
Probably stolen.
so later in that day, Jim gets y'all gathered around and pours up everybody a shot of the whiskey.
What color is the artisanal lizard whiskey? Like antifreeze blue?
No, it's got an almost red tint to it. Not a bright red, you know. It's a darkish red, but
Like a cherry wood kind of tint.
yeah, something like that.
I've had blood before.
Wait, this is just with red food coloring in it.
It's just Fireball.
Just
just like-
Fireball. Just Fireball.
Always
Just
Fireball.
It has a taste that you cannot define. You have no idea what they fermented to make this stuff.
I've had blood before.
But it's not exactly, unless any of you are whiskey connoisseurs, it is not exactly good. And it's very strong.
People drink this, like, because they want to?
Jim's over there. They drink it because it's expensive. I just always wanted to try some.
It's like the coffee that they get out of animal poop. Yes.
What can I see?
Maybe if you drink more of it, it gets better.
No, I
20
don't.
And he offers a refill to anybody that wants one.
That's a dirty 20 on my con save. I'll take another one.
By the
God, are
time
we
you're
rolling
3
con
shots in,
save?
you're starting to like it a lot better.
I can't technically. Oh, that's disease. No, fair enough.
Yeah, this would count as poison.
Yes.
And I have, I have resistance to that. So
So you're not getting particularly drunk.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
while you couldn't say that it
After. Go ahead.
and you could while you can't say it necessarily tastes good, it is an interesting experience for Hull.
Okay. 20, natural 1, 22, 21 on my con saves.
You're buzzing.
And-
You're not bad. You're not drunk, but you're buzzing a little bit.
Pretty
And-
wasted.
Natural 27.
You went the other way on your natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting a little tipsy.
Adrian is just handing his shots to people. Just to watch what happens.
Just watching the
After-
party burn.
After like 3 shots, Adrian, Aramonte looks at Adrian like, "You chaotic bastard, I'm in." Takes a shaking shot, takes it.
One of Adrian's
You have-
shots,
You
y'all
have to
monkey.
take at least one.
One of Adrian's shots, Sweetie runs up and grabs it.
Oh no!
Oh god, no, monkey!
No.
It gets about half of it drunk, drops the glass, and like just kind of hisses and starts coughing and kind of runs off.
I'm going to chase it.
Oh,
I'm going to
something
chase it with my
bad's
hand
gonna
glowing
happen.
like this.
I'm walking around like the motion detector from Aliens. Oh, this is bad.
I'm chasing Sweetie with my regenerative force.
Suddenly entertained.
Do.
Like, full armor. Cat's just not moving from the chair 'cause she's pretty sure she'd make a fool of herself and trip.
Aramonte's surprised he's walking straight.
So y'all, by the time y'all are finished, about half that bottle's gone.
Hey, is the hunter guy called back? We should call him. We should have invited him over for this. It would have been fun.
Are you sure Aramonte would just straight kill him?
I don't know.
Fun,
would drunk,
or somebody would have died.
would drunk Armato be more forgiving or less forgiving?
That's a very good question.
Are you a funny
would
drunk? Are you a mean drunk?
Our one doesn't get drunk often, so we don't know. Make it up as they go along. Although I guess he did get into a fight the last time he got drunk, so fair play.
So the next day,
There, they started the fight. All
you
of
get
us,
lucky.
Except Adrian have a hangover.
Hangovers are at a minimum. Because it was around lunch when he gets y'all together for this, so, you know. Y'all have eaten that day, you've eaten dinner that night, you know. Jim does advise you all to drink some water. So, yeah, the hangover isn't too bad. But Hunter calls back.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I've got the coordinates for you. The best thing you could do
It's not go.
is go drag your buddy off the planet and then delete this. It's just safer if nobody knows where that place is.
Understandable.
And there's really nothing there worthwhile for anybody anymore. There's just danger there.
What kind?
Oh, the device that triggered everything. It's still there, and the last I had heard anything, probably still functional.
Oh, fun.
None of us were involved in its construction, and we're all, even the people with some expertise are afraid to touch it, basically, or deal with it.
Uh-huh.
We call it the elephant's foot.
You get there, we find out it was just a monkey's palm.
But
Okay. Do you, by chance, would prefer if we broke the thing, if we ran across it?
I'm not sure if that would be more. I'm not sure that'd make things safer, or if that would just be more dangerous.
Be back in a sec, guys.
Even the people that built it and used it, I'm not sure if they understood everything about what it was doing.
So this was a test run, then. That just went horribly, horribly wrong.
It was not exactly a test run. I mean, there was no way to test it ahead of time exactly. And mostly, I think it did what it was supposed to do. It's just they did not.
They
He's
didn't
like, I don't
understand the
know.
ramifications.
I really shouldn't be discussing it with you anyway. But generally speaking, you just don't want to mess with. If you find the device, you really just don't want to mess with it.
Right.
If you can't convince your friend to drop this, well, you know, some of us are going to keep coming after him. You know, if you get him off world, and he'll, and you know, if you get him to drop this line of investigation, get him off world, maybe we'll leave you. You know, maybe Henry will leave you alone. I mean, certainly he'll have people guarding the planet after this once he knows its location is actually known by somebody.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, best of luck to you.
Thanks.
And, you know, he sends a information packet.
Well, alright, ladies and germs, we're in business.
Just
Oh.
like that.
Where's it at?
I'll plug it in.
It is. You get coordinates to a crucible you're not familiar with, which is to be expected. And then y'all have the map available. It leads you to kind of a blank spot on the map. You know, one of the trade routes kind of whips around the outside of this big empty area. Because while the Cyrillian Ark covers a lot of territory, and you've got planets kind of all over the galaxy. There's these huge empty spots in between that nobody's really explored.
Okay.
Because of just how long it can take to make some of these trips when you're not using a crucible.
Yeah.
Everything is around this spiral of known crucibles, and then, a few weeks, a few days travel around, from any one of those. It kind of fits in with where you figured a lot of their empire or a lot of their civilization may have been.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it's not a crucible you're familiar with.
Okay. Well, shall we?
Seems like I'm ready whenever y'all are.
Kind of anticlimactic. But let's go.
Jim's like, not everything has got to be super exciting.
This one just blew a hole in a crucible. I think we're good on excitement for everyone.
At least a couple days, yeah. Good point. Let's get a kill in. Just let's go home.
I'm telling all of you now. I'm waiting to be in the room with all of you at this point. I am knocking him unconscious.
Oh no, I'm fully for that plan. If we have to hog tie his ass, knock him out, and throw him on the ship, yeah, no. He can file whatever charges against us he wants.
I am knocking my employer and the person I idolized for about 10, 15 years out.
Amazing how that works, isn't it?
I will help you knock him out. I will hold him down.
Somebody's got a lot of aggression about their bosses, I can tell.
I didn't just get off work or anything, guys.
Twitch.
I mean, I have built one of my bosses in a wrestling game one time just so I could go home and beat him up every morning. Yeah. I don't even remember now what made me so mad at him. Anyway. So Jim's like, y'all ready to head on?
Yep.
Yes,
Once more into the void.
He's got a techno with him. What can we do to kind of camouflage ourselves from her?
Well, completely cut ourselves off from the network. That'd be the only thing.
How hard would that make our piloting once we get there?
Jim goes, well, if we shut the entire ship down, piloting is going to be very difficult.
Yeah. You'd basically be trying to do the entire thing, the entire jump manually.
No, once we get there.
Well, once we land, I can shut down without any trouble.
Honestly, it'd probably be easier just to point ourselves at velocity at the planet, kill the ship systems, and just let inertia take us, and I can just sit there and power the life support on my own.
That sounds like just controlled crashing.
Jim's like, I'm going to need to be able to control the ship to land it.
Well, yes.
Yeah, you just mean cutting us off from the...
Like the network.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit easier. The own board computers can handle everything I need to get us down. We'll need the system to... well, actually, you sync up with the crucibles, not necessarily their system.
It would sync up with the crucible, and then something that would make where they can't detect us coming in. Cutting our connection to the local Wi-Fi or whatever.
Chips like that would help. If they've got a radar thing set up, which would be unusual, other than whatever kind of sensors her ship has.
I just don't want... I would rather keep the element of surprise.
Yeah, I can get that.
Good luck with that with me.
As long as... like you said, we're knocking his ass out. we're giving him one chance, then we're knocking his ass up.
I'm not giving him a chance. He had a chance. He left us. Again.
Fair.
I like how upset y'all are about that.
Extremely.
Even though you started.
Armanto?
All kept information from
His
the beginning.
biggest fan?
Yeah, his biggest fan. Not his mother. He ain't got to tell you where he's going. He's a grown-ass man.
Considering we already have Syndrome in our chat, and I was going to say, I'm your biggest fan.
You know. Where him and some much younger woman go. Oh, wait, she's a Dinda. She may not be much younger. She just looks much younger.
Space elves.
Well, that's the Eldori. The Dindis are the tentacle-haired people, but they also live long times.
Whatever element of surprise you can give us, I'll take.
Alright. So without further ado, you take off. I mean, like I said, you've had a couple days, so any supplies you need to grab or anything, you haven't had any trouble getting. The news story of your last little adventure at the Crucible seems to be getting bigger and bigger. More and more news channels are holding it. It's spreading.
There's just there's a viral image of just Aramanto just falling off at slice 3 or 4, 6 times.
It's become a meme.
No, because they don't have any video of it happening. Only the eyewitness reports.
That's right.
Now they've got pictures of like the bodies and stuff. You know, the ones that got sucked out and then fell onto the surface of the Crucible.
Mm.
But you make the jump. You instantly appear. There is a planet down below you. Well, excuse me, the Crucible's out of the edge of the system, so you spend a couple of days flying in system. You get into kind of the Goldilocks zone. There's 2 planets there. One of them's got a breathable atmosphere. The other one, temperature-wise, is fine, but the mix in the atmosphere just isn't right for any of you. It may have its own forms of life. You're not close enough to tell quite yet, but according to the information you've been given, the one you can breathe on is the one you're supposed to be going to. The Ekajati had the Ekajati breathed roughly the same atmosphere as everybody else you're familiar with.
Okay.
Methane breathing species exist, but most all y'all breathe oxygen. And carbon dioxide for a few of them weird plant guys.
I was gonna say there's plant people somewhere.
The world looks, I mean, there's some deserts, but overall it looks pretty lush. A brief little scan brings up, plenty of native wildlife. You're not picking up much signs of any civilization. But if the entire planet's been allowed to run rampant, if nature has run rampant for 10,000 years, there's not going to be much left of a civilization after that kind of time. Even most of their ruins would have the own surface stuff at least.
Yep.
As you scan the planet, you do detect a ship down on the surface.
Of course.
And that's about the time Jim goes, well, that's probably their ship then. Do we need to start cutting all the computer stuff?
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
And Jim turns off, cuts yourselves off from the network. The SIM, I think they call it.
Yep.
And shuts down a lot of the ship's onboard computers. Anything he doesn't need to safely land. He puts the sensors on passive, so if somebody, it's kind of like passive somewhere. If somebody else is scanning, you will pick that up, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
How close do you want me to land to their ship?
Part of me wants you to wreck it.
Let's not get sued if we can help it.
Sued?
I mean, you know, if necessary. I understand the stakes here, but
Bold of you to assume we survive.
if it's Achille and one Cybermancer, I'm not that concerned.
We're walking out of this.
Achille,
But
one
just-
Cybermancer, and the currently active technology that turned all the Ekajani into semi-psychotic energy beings.
Don't land too close. We can walk. If you can find somewhere with some cover, land there.
Okay. He managed to find enough of a clearing a little ways off.
Well, we're doing this, huh?
Do you like y'all want me to stay parked here, or do y'all want me to move, or
Stay here, but keep the engines warm in case we need a pickup.
done and done?
Well, how far away did we park?
It's probably a good 20-minute walk.
20-minute walk. Okay. From the ship?
Yes.
Adrian's gonna go, alright, give me 10 minutes. He's
Are you
gonna go-
fabricating a vehicle?
Yep. He's gonna go
Have
outside.
fun.
Start doing that.
Hold on, Armanto has that spell too.
Wheeled vehicle, hover vehicle, what you doing?
Because fabricate vehicle is automatically rank 5 now given his Cybermancer power. This is a 10-person sized atmosphere capable flight craft. That
This seems a little ridiculous. We could just walk.
That Adrian is automatically considered proficient with expertise in pilot.
So a big hovering school bus, basically.
Basically.
Looks over
That's
at Armando. Does this seem a bit ridiculous to you?
It's basically the magic school bus.
It was either the Magic School Bus. I was gonna go with the bus from Fortnite.
The
Magic
Nah.
school bus.
I would never curse us with that bad juju.
Right, I forget the age group I'm in right now.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, that joke would. Wednesday, Thursday, that joke would work.
I have nothing against it, but if we can have some Miss Fizzle juju here, I would rather have some Miss Fizzle juju.
Versus a bunch of people aggressively building at each other.
I always suck at the
mean-
building. I really should
Yeah.
just go play PUBG.
There are honestly at this stage there are a lot of different ones.
So
Yeah, true.
so boss man, you mean player unknown's buggery grind?
Yeah.
All right. So y'all load up the
Alright,
magic
guys.
school bus.
Let's go.
Me is that I was a little too old for the animated series, but I loved reading the book as a kid. So
Mhm.
I didn't realize there was anything except the cartoon.
Yeah, there's books.
I was
yeah, the
always
book
enjoying
came
it.
first.
So yeah, in your hovercraft, you zip over the treetops, and you're down next to the ship in no time.
Yep.
How long does it last? Like, will it hang out up here, waiting for
Last-
us?
Lasts for 8 hours.
Should be in and up.
Park it kind of towards the trees. Like,
Oh,
don't get like right up next to the.
so
I would have
I'll
said
land on
also
the
bu-
hull already.
I would-
Yeah, just land on the front like view screen. Just like hi.
He'll just turn back. It's like, well, Holt, you heard her. Time to kick you out and I have to land on you.
that just seems excessive. That seems excessive, and he beat the shit out of me in my half delirious state.
You deserved it.
I will somehow turn this ship around. Let's go beat the shit out of our former employer and finish this.
Technically,
that
still
works.
current employer.
Let's finish this
Y'all
fight.
are still on retainer, so.
Da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
Alright, so you
Not,
land next to the ship.
not after this.
Adrian and Hull,
Mhm.
Yeah.
give me mechanic rolls.
No.
I'm proficient too.
Or,
Would this be vehicles?
Or perception, I guess. Perception's good enough.
My
And yeah, if Armado's proficient, you can give me one too.
25 on mechanics.
Am I giving you mechanics or am I giving you perception?
Either one.
Okay. Same. I think it's the same modifier.
I'm proficient in perception.
Alright, fine. Everybody give me a roll. I don't care.
11.
Oh wait, no, that's not the right button.
That's
Here it is.
that's-
I rolled an 18 on my mechanics.
Alright, so we have got a really high
Probably-
number from Hull. Yeah,
Honestly,
decent.
I'm probably more focused in like driving the school bus.
Yeah. So Adrian
That's
don't pick up on it right away. Cat don't pick up on it right away. And what did you say Armado had?
18.
18. So Hull and Armado both at about the same time as you're landing close to this thing. That's not the right model of ship. Y'all knew what model of ship she had. That's something else. And up close, you're not even sure if that thing is... Well, it's probably functional, but it looks old and beat up.
Is it one of those things where like the vines are wreathed around it?
No.
Okay, so that's what Armand will be looking at. It's like, oh, it's not that old.
Yeah, there's little burn marks on the ground under it, like it's landed recently.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not the make and model of ship that Tana had.
Interesting.
Well, that's new.
What's new?
That points at the ship. It's not the same ship. We know what ship that Cybermancer had. You knew there was going to be.
Why can't
knew this was gonna
anything
happen.
be easy?
You knew this was going to happen.
I just want to punch him and go home. Well, not home because I'll probably get killed there, but
Tell
I
you
want to
what,
go work at the Bolorola, like
the
laboratory.
Polarola circuit. Tell you what, we punch my hero, and we'll go kill your family.
I like a couple of them.
You don't have to kill all of them.
Fair.
Beyond real life, she's adorable.
She is.
I don't know what any of them look like, but okay.
She'll be. Oh God, she's had like 3 birthdays. Okay, let's go see
One
what.
step at a
Yeah.
time. One step at a time.
Alright, so y'all load out of the magic school bus.
I just imagine it being bright yellow. It's probably
No,
not,
please.
but I just in my head that's what it is.
It might be. You never know.
A bright yellow stealth bomber.
Basically. That's just going to be canon for it now. It's a bright yellow stealth bomber.
If anyone was looking at it with
Stealth
if
bomber.
anyone was looking at it with their eyes, it'd be fine. But if anyone was trying to search it on radar, nope.
Basically.
All right. Well, wherever this is, now what?
Try to find that asshat.
The ship, is it sealed?
You actually said it was a different style of ship than an older one. Can I recognize the make, or is it like the older ship, the destroyer that popped up?
Alright, you broke up at the end there, Patrick. What was that?
Or is it like the older warship that the other gentleman showed up in?
Do you have any kind of history or lore?
I can.
Both of us have the techie background, so we can
Yeah.
automatically determine stuff like that.
Yeah.
Up to a point.
Okay. Looking at it, it is military. I mean, it's not heavily armored or anything. It's like it was, a transport. It dates back to probably around the same time as that destroyer. It is an Eldori make.
Uh,
And if you don't remember, those are the blue people.
Just
Yeah.
like the old warship that we encountered.
Yeah, the destroyer was Eldori too.
Okay, so he's here.
And about the time Hull says that, the landing ramp on the shuttle starts coming down.
You cinematic bastard.
And a blue-skinned individual comes walking down the plank. Or
Cat's
walking
gonna
down the
go
ramp.
stealth.
Pardon?
Cat's gone stealth.
Grand Blade comes out.
is this the same guy that Adrian was
Cat's
talking
gone.
It is the man that you talk to on the monitors. Or talk to when you encounter the destroyer.
to? Okay.
He's not alone. There are several troops behind him.
And one of them's going, bah, 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 bah.
Licensing, we can't afford that.
Adrian, because he can't do that while he's focusing on this, just goes, well, hello again.
Hello. You are some difficult people to track down.
Yeah, it's kind of my MO most days.
And you know, he's
Oculus, we
he's
track
walking down.
you
He's got
down.
the whole arms are folded behind his back, kind of thing going on.
Which-
Everybody behind him is armed, but they're not pointing weapons at you.
Out of curiosity, how
You say-
did you manage to track us down? I'm curious.
What was that, Patrick?
I was about to say probably from the time we had shot rockets at a crucible. That would be easy to track.
We suspected that was you.
Well,
Oh,
but
we
after
didn't have
that,
to track
we-
you down.
Fucking Hunter.
Hunter contacted us, or he would he would actually call Hunter by name, but I haven't come up with a name for Hunter, so it's
We're like 4 sessions. We're like 4 sessions out. Don't even bother.
yeah.
Cat has moved behind them.
I mean, really, even
At-
that you would expect any of us to give up our homeworld to you is, laughable. Even the self-centered like Hunter, he at least has enough loyalty not to do that.
Well, honestly, I mean, when it comes down to it, you miss 100% of the shots you never take.
That's fair.
Besides, I figured in this one instance, our goals kind of align.
They may at that. I am certainly willing to discuss it.
Yeah. At
He
this
kind of
point,
glances around. Where is your captain? And he'll make
She's
a
like-
perception check.
She rolled a 33
Good luck
stealth.
beating a 33.
Only the eyes of the gods could see her now.
Not even the eyes of the gods.
Eyes of the gods, like shit. Where'd she go?
Adrian basically just like, that's a good question. Where did she go?
I just imagine she did try to like loop around, so she's probably like at the back of the guard.
All right,
just
he
kind
rolled a
of
19 on his
there.
perception check. Well, on the dice.
He doesn't have a plus 10.
No, he does not. He has a plus 8.
Okay.
So yeah,
That-
he is going. So where did your captain go?
Cat
That
is
is
like,
honestly a good question.
Armanta looks around like, shit, where did she
Essentially
go?
what happens is, well, actually, she's right, and there's just that like dotted outline of her in like this flashing. It's like, huh.
Straight up anime style, like everyone looking like where she was, like, oh, and there's an outline.
she's like
she may be the
back
smartest
up
of you.
on. She's back on the ramp behind the guys.
Nah, she's.
There's
just
a lot of
very,
people walking down
very-
this ramp. That'd be a difficult maneuver to make, truthfully.
On a 33, probably not.
Not to be stealthy, to be able to climb on the ramp without bumping somebody.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay, true. Could she
And
like
stealth,
just walk up?
a stealth roll is not invisibility.
Yeah.
Now you could be
Damn.
hiding behind the ramp. You could have circled around and got where you're under the ramp. They're walking down.
Yeah.
Just walks out from under the ramp. Maybe have planted a bomb. Who knows?
It's a shuttle. It's replaceable.
I'm
Yeah, but
assuming
there's
you want
guys
to
on
know
the
what I'm assuming you want to know what our goal is here.
According to Hunter, Achille Vasher has discovered either the coordinates for our home world or at least hints to its location.
Yeah. That is what we kind of gathered from the information that we found.
That is correct.
And our goal essentially right now is knock him right the fuck out and drag his happy ass back home.
And what's to stop
That's
him
my
from
job.
leaving his home later and going back?
Because I'll be systematically digging through everything I can find and removing this place's location from it.
And you don't think Vasher would remember the coordinates? You don't think he would memorize those? You don't
I'll
think he's
hit him
aware
in
of
the
the
head
sorts of
hard
things you
enough.
could do?
Hit him in the head hard enough.
Armont's just behind Adrian.
Hitting him in the head hard is somewhat what I was planning to do.
I have a
I'm
personal stake in
assuming
it.
I'm assuming your variant is a more permanent hit over the head.
It's the only way to be safe. It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah.
Question.
Oh, there you are, Cat.
He's like, yeah, oh, there you are. Yes.
This is like an OSC question.
Oh.
Oh.
The guys, that, and I can't remember, the energy beings that popped into on the ship.
The Ganiello.
Would we know if they had any kind of memory-altering abilities?
You do not. You remember them saying that they could not interact with the physical world. Except through machines that they had pre-built before they became whatever they are. And, obviously they give off light and can, mentally speak to you, but...
And they can download information into our brain, but they cannot alter that information.
You don't know, you don't have any knowledge that they can.
If... Cat's like, if we could find a way to remove that information from his brain,
Yeah, some
would you give us that time? Yeah, say, like a modified memory kind of thing. I'm sure you guys have an Esper.
Oh, a few. What can be done can often be undone, though.
He doesn't know it was done to begin with.
Except, of course, when you snuff an ember out. There's no undoing that.
Explain that to me. You guys keep saying that. Explain it to me like I'm 6.
You don't live very long. You're like embers floating out from a fire. You may be really shiny. Some of you may be very, very shiny and very pretty and interesting, but you don't last that long.
Why don't you let natural selection take its course? Not.
I mean, he's an old man. He's not going to live that much longer.
Not if I have my say about it.
Naturally, he's not going to live that much longer.
But any length of time he gets is time he could pass information along. Truly, we're doing this to save your people.
Which is something I've been curious about.
What exactly did you do to your people?
That.
We attempted to stop an atrocity from being committed on our entire species.
By
those we followed. We failed, but we failed and our nature is the result of our failure.
who were these other people?
I believe you've met them, if my reports are accurate.
Armont puts his hand up.
I don't think you were around for that.
We're not in school, my boy.
Is that the reason
So
all
you
of
got
you are
real
so
quiet for me.
Yeah, you got a little quiet. What was that, Dicka?
My mic is also up here, so that's probably what it is.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Is that why
Now you're really
everyone? Oh my god!
Move your mic up to just about your glasses, just about the level. There you go. Try that.
I can't because it keeps doing that.
Oh, okay. It's up or down. All right. We'll go with too loud rather than too quiet.
Great. Is that why most of you are so damn singular-minded in things, or was that before the fall, or ascension, whatever you want to call it?
I believe some of us become like that just as a result of how long we've existed.
So you're young, relatively speaking.
You mentioned
No, I have something of a singular focus, but it's not as hedonistic as some. I don't collect things on some backwater planet. I don't incessantly hunt and kill things. I realize from your perspective that probably seems like it's something I do.
You said the only surefire way to make sure this doesn't get out is to snuff out the ember as it was.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you plan to do with us?
I have had some people speak on your behalf. I am inclined to snuff you out. It's simply safer in the long run. That may sound cruel or calculating from your point of view, obviously. But I have a much wider, longer view. There's no reason for me to risk the future of your civilizations for one or two lives.
And a question here. You said you were an atrocity by the ones you followed. What were they planning on doing to you?
I'm not sure it would be wise for me to give you more information. Especially if you're trying to talk me into letting you live. The less you know, the less danger you are. You know,
Ignorance is a danger in and of itself.
I'm
In
all
many
for knowing
cases, in
less
this
and
one-
getting to live.
In this case, you're better off not knowing.
What would we have to do between wrangling Achille and whatever else to gain the, ability to continue breathing air?
Allow us full access to your systems to ensure that you do not have any dangerous information.
What would you classify as dangerous?
Any information on us. Give us any information you have on tracking your friend down. I mean, obviously we'll send somebody to our home world to keep an eye out for him, but if he's not there yet, if he's only found if he has only found hints to where it's at and may still be investigating, we may have to track him down somewhere else. Who is he traveling with? What ship is he on currently? That sort of thing.
Couldn't one of your men or women pose as perhaps another cybermancer who might have the data? Could you lead him to a false discovery?
We've attempted that once, and he managed to slip out. We're not sure what alerted him.
When?
Before he went to that last base. And he roused off the name of whatever planet that was.
Were we involved in any of that?
No.
Okay.
This was apparent. The way he describes it is it's they had somebody pose basically claiming to have information, and Achille just didn't bite at the bait.
For once, it wasn't our fault.
It was just before he ran off to visit the crazy cat lady, aka Witch of the Westwood.
Maybe we could tell him. Give him something else to find. I'm sure being around as long as you all have, you've seen some fun stuff out there.
True. he might trust you more than us, though he seems to be trying to avoid you of late.
Yeah, that's because we've been trying to keep you all
Keep
a
him.
secret.
Yeah.
We keep getting caught into it because some of you just don't know how to leave well enough alone. But we've been trying to keep him from finding out more about you all than he already knows.
To be fair, he's a really persistent asshole about it.
I've noticed. You lot are
Yeah.
fairly persistent
Kind of.
yourselves.
Kind of reminds me of one of you guys. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Do they both like look over at Adrian?
What?
Nothing.
Perhaps we can come to an arrangement. As I said, we check your systems. We make sure you do not have any information on us. You give Achille information leading him here.
What are you gonna put here to make it worth his time? He'd have to believe that it's actually what he's been looking for. That it's what he has been trying to find.
If he has the exact coordinates to our home world, we have a ship in orbit waiting on him if he shows up there. If he's looking for hints and clues, then we'll try to lure him here. We're in the right general area, so if he's only got a vague notion, and if it's coming from people that he trusts.
OOC. Did these people have any idea? Did we tell them, like, back at the Mexican standoff that Achille had taken some of the video? I can't remember if they know about that or not.
If who would know about that?
The guy we're talking to.
You said
That
he had,
Achille
you had
took
told
video.
him that he'd found some stuff. I can't remember if you told him specifically how they found it or not.
It wasn't the specifics, no.
Okay. But yeah, if you could lure him here, I don't suppose I could convince you to kill him.
I
No.
think, honestly, some of us might be tempted at this point.
We're angry and a little hurt, but not murderous.
Very hurt.
It would be more
Simply-
suspicious.
Simply lure him here then, and we will take care of it.
It'd be more suspicious if he disappears without a word than just disappears for a while doing archaeology stuff.
Lure him here, and we will see about trying to see if we can find someone that could erase his mind. But not his entire mind. Erase the relevant memories.
That's about the best we can hope for, honestly.
Yep.
Would that be his life's work?
Well, his life's work isn't then. This is just his latest obsession.
It's been his obsession
Yep.
since his retirement, basically.
Okay. That's different then, yeah. Fair enough. I'm into it.
We can find him a new obsession. Do you happen to know any other races that are a little bit less secretive and murderous that he could go searching for?
Archaeology has never been my thing. I'll ask around.
I was gonna say, are one of you like super into archaeology?
That could be
Yes,
something
but
to
not.
keep him
He is no
distracted.
longer in my faction. So
Circle.
he's no longer one of my followers.
You just have to be a follower. We just gotta be able to communicate with them.
But I've got to be able to find him, and he wanders off.
Archaeologist.
Okay.
Are you sure it's not
I'm
Achille?
Yes,
Wait,
I'm quite
yeah.
certain it's not Achille. We know
Okay.
each other
Okay, I'm
outside.
getting a lot of roboting from all of you right now.
I'm getting no roboting from anybody else.
Might be on your
Well,
end, but
honestly, I think that's about the best we can hope for in this case. I think
Yeah.
that would count as a deal.
like to end this without anyone dying on either side.
Yeah.
Unconscious, maybe.
Henry's kind of like,
I understand you guys can, rebuild, restart. We're a bit more primitive.
oh,
We don't have the luxury. We don't have the luxury of taking over a body, just kind of as an inconvenience.
It's a bit of a chore. You're not missing much.
I don't.
I'm sure it gets boring after a while, too. How do we contact you? Are you just going to remain on the planet, or...
He gives you a comm number.
Okay.
It's probably the equivalent of a burner phone kind of thing, but
Yeah. She wasn't expecting, like, his personal cell or anything.
he does come down and offer to shake your hand, Cat.
She'll shake his hand.
It's a human thing that the Prometheans still do. So
Make a con save. I'm just kidding.
then we have something of then we have a deal, at least a provisional deal. Now, if we cannot find a way to remove the information from his mind, he'll have to be put down. I mean, that information cannot be allowed to get out.
Again,
I would
he's like-
appreciate some effort to
We will make every effort.
find somebody. Yeah.
If I
I
can
guess it's
make
out of character.
one proviso to that deal, real quick.
Yeah, just a second. What was that, Patrick?
This would be out of character, but one, it's 9 o'clock. Two,
Yeah, we're just about to wrap.
they said these people, that the people they followed were trying to do something to them. Should we go back to the shortcut and just ask those guys?
That'd be up to y'all. Now, what were you saying, Adrian? Or what was Adrian saying?
Say if he does end up needing to be put down, we can at least make it look like it was natural causes, so there's no unneeded questions later.
Oh, absolutely. We're generally pretty good at covering ourselves up. And we'll even make it quick and painless for him.
I have no complaints then.
All right. And we will go ahead and wrap here because it's 9.
Woo!
So for anybody
Bargaining
watching,
with the enemies.
thank you for coming by. Hope you guys enjoyed playing. I certainly enjoyed running. And let's see, come back tomorrow night for Monster of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
And
Where you'll
then-
see him, but not me, because I'm closing.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna miss.
Boo.
Real life jumping up, getting in the way.
Yeah.
I know them feels.
And then
Oh, and V hasn't sent us the description of all the dolls yet. We were supposed to.
I
send a
can
reminder.
give you the basic ones after session. Or the basic descriptors.
But anyway, so Monster of the Week tomorrow. Then it's what, Descend into Avernus? Avernus?
On Thursday.
On Thursday. And then back with the Escorts on Monday.
This is our third
Yep.
section in Avernus.
I keep meaning to go watch some of those and I ain't got around to it yet.
Good.
I need to do them in a podcast form where I can listen to them at work.
You can put it on the YouTube app.
But if you turn off your phone, unless you have like YouTube Red, it closes it.
Yeah.
I guess I could record it on OBS and strip out
Although
the
it's
audio, but that's
it's
a lot of work.
it's YouTube Premium now. God.
YouTube
Lord.
Premium.
Well, actually,
Let's stop shitting on someone who could sponsor us one day, guys.
all right then. Oh, let's see. Is there anything else? No, I guess not.
Nope.
So we will
Not
see
yet.
y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
I just hear screaming children in the background as